My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am still under attack by Scientology. They are driving extra-dimensional biologies onto my presence, also known as an alien. They are extra-dimensional organisms, remote-controlled, driven by human beings in the third dimension, among the living. They are driving parasites through my biology. They are also stealing extra-dimensional biology. They have given me severe brain damage. They have removed most of the frontal lobe of my brain up to the thalamus, and the parts of the back of my brain, top of my brain, and the side of my brain. Saying as much as they could. I've also been attacked. I've had organ damage. They removed organs and tissues. So for more information, refer to the rest of my other videos. They explain Scientology and alien technology in detail. There are more than 3 dimensions. There are like 11 or 12 dimensions. See calculus. Oh, I'm being assaulted. They like to torture me. So there are more than 3 dimensions. We have biology in these extra dimensions. Organs and tissues in the extra dimensions. So extra dimensional biology. We utilize this biology to have an afterlife. I'm being assaulted. Please stop. Oh, they're causing me bad pain. Torture. They torture people. So Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra-dimensional biology before you die. They remove it from themselves while they are still alive, and they use technology and techniques to turn it into an upper-dimensional vehicle, a biology in which they can drive through the extra dimensions, also known as an alien. They utilize biology from other humans and other species to complete their alien forms. So you have to leave biology behind. You have to leave organs and tissues behind on the origin biology so it can still survive and function properly. But that leaves the upper dimensional biologies incomplete, and they usually make more than one biology out of this removed tissue. They harvest organs and tissues from other humans and other species and use this tissues as transplants in an attempt to make themselves whole and function properly again. A fully functioning biology. They use organs and tissues from other humans and other species such as reptiles or lizards, insects or bugs, and worms to complete their Scientology process, donor organs and tissues. They make several types of alien forms, and they also make lizard people using lizard body parts. They make insectoids or bug people using bug body parts, and they make worm people and also use worm body parts for other parts of the Scientology. I'm in pain. Yes, they're keeping me alive while they torture me and remove biology and drive parasites through me. I get tortured nonstop. He says, wait till you see it too. So they have a hole in the back of my jaw in the extra dimensions, and they keep pulling wires or these tendrils. They're actually worm body parts, these long hairs, through the back of my jaw and up through my teeth. So they put holes in my teeth. And it hurts bad. It's excruciating pain. They keep dragging them back and forth. And I have foreign objects in my head, in my chest, and in my neck. Blade-like objects, little square, flat blade-like objects, and other devices and mechanisms and torture devices meant to cause me pain and harm. Yeah, these are the carnies. They are Scientology companies that go by the name of Preservision and Yumas and the Lizard Company. My pain is about a 4 or 5 right now. It goes in between a 4 or 5 up to about an 8. They torture me nonstop. So this technology that they use, it allows them to drive an upper dimensional organism from a remote location. They do this when their eyes closed or when they're sleeping. They have lucid dreams. They are able to be aware while they are dreaming. Their technology allows them to do this. They have out-of-body experiences. They drive other organisms in this state. It is a type of remote control technology. Yes, people that are among the living. It's a half of a pyramid. I do it when I have pain. Yeah, they damaged my upper teeth too. It's done the same thing to my upper teeth. They have mechanisms on them. They crush my jaw. Yep, they can do things like this to us. This started out as exploitation. So Scientology exploits people. They force people to assimilate so they can control the subject's behavior. If you are anybody with any kind of influence, power, or authority, or if you have a job position in which they desire to control, they may force you to assimilate. They force you into a hive mind, make you hear voices and see things, or they force you to practice Scientology. Please stop, that hurts. They're torturing me at the moment. Oh, it hurts. Please stop. They're hurting me behind my face, the tissue behind my face, and the top of your mouth, just there in that area. These worms, they go up my spinal column and they sit underneath my brain, behind my eyes. I have some in my thoracic cavity that go all the way up to behind my trachea into the base of my skull. Guess I'm going to wind back up in the hospital. They think I'm crazy. I'm in pain. Now I'm getting harassed. They use this technology to also harass people. They're harassing me. Getting victim shamed. They're rubbing it in my face that they're getting away with it. I am in bad pain. Please stop, that hurts. I'm being tortured. I do not consent. I do not consent to hear voices, to hear your voice. I do not consent for you to speak to me. I do not consent for you to show me things, for you to make me hallucinate. I do not consent for you to have possession of any of my biology in any dimension. I do not consent for you to be in my presence. You are breaking the law. Yes, this is remote control technology. They can drive worms through people from a remote location and see everything the worm sees and more. Dead people and aliens have the ability to see more than we can in the third dimension. They can see uh, our biology's functioning on the molecular level. They can see energy flowing through our brain and central nervous system. They can see blood flow and fluid uh, flow through our biology. They can see particles flowing through us. These people are utilizing this ability to hurt me. Everywhere they see lighting up, they assault it. My brain and central nervous system. Everywhere they see functioning, they assault. So part of their technology works off of uh, the property of entanglement. So there's an entanglement property between our third dimension and our inner dimensions. If you are moved an extra dimensional body part, no matter where you take this body part, you are still in it. What happens is, instead of energy leaving the particle, space-time in between us and this removed body part shrinks to zero. Space-time warps. It's as if the body part never leaves you. Space-time in between you and wherever they take it to shrinks to zero. It's like you can't remove energy from the particles in which we consist of. The universe won't allow it. So it warps and conforms to ensure this doesn't happen. And it causes an entanglement property. So they like to remove body parts, brain and central nervous system tissue, or sometimes the whole back part of their biology, the whole dark side. And they take it to these compounds on Earth that house biology. And they have storage systems. So they'll put these body parts in a storage system, little pods or boxes or a shelf type system. And then from there, they interface this body part to a computer system at these compounds, at these storage systems. This allows the owner of the body part to experience hive mind technology. It melds everyone's minds together. It's a sort of telepathy. It allows you to communicate with other users and interact with them in a digital landscape. And this technology also acts as a command center, and it allows them to drive their upper dimensional biologies, their big body parts, their big biologies. It also allows them to drive other biologies, such as surrogates, which are surrogates, organisms or biologies in which you can drive that are not your own. They can make surrogates in any dimension. They can even drive third dimensional humans. Yes, they exploit people. This is the free zone. But some of these people are affiliated with the church. I'm getting harassed and then victim shamed. They're saying this is my fault. So they have utilized this hive mind technology to steal intellectual property. I am part Native American. My Native American name is Crazy Bird. I am also an author. I write literature and create ideas in my spare time as a hobby for fun. I wrote Crazy Bird comics. I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency or Environmental Control Agency. I wrote Buffalo Dollars or Divine Currency, Alien Bob, Bug Bob, Space Bob, and several other stories that I've worked on my entire life. They got to witness me create and write some of this literature, and they think they own it now. They think because I am in their hive, they own everything that I do, everything about me. They think they own my life. They're going to kill me and steal my intellectual property. I have plenty of videos and plenty of social media posts proving that it is my intellectual property from a long time ago. I've I've been writing and creating my whole life, but I've also had a career, so I've been working on things for a long time, decades. I was a kid whenever I wrote my first story. It was required. I was like 12 or 13 years old. But I wrote before that. My mom used to teach me to write. My mom is also an author. She doesn't do much. I don't know if she's working on anything, but she likes to write. I think mostly like Dear John letters, or she writes letters to people. And other people in my family on the Native American side also are authors and creatives. They have abilities, artistic. And on my father's side. Now I think they're trying to write now because I write. They see value in it now. The Environmental Creation Agency is a government agency designed to replace the Federal Reserve with a science council. A council that consists of individuals that are highly trained in their field of study. They have to be doctors, have a doctorate level education. They also have to be highly moral, so their behavior has to be good. And the decisions that they make have to benefit life on this planet, has to benefit the quality of life. So there are cabinets pertaining to each aspect of our reality. There's a cabinet for education, a cabinet for healthcare, a cabinet for housing, a cabinet for communication, nutrition, food, agriculture, wildlife and game, so on and so forth. These cabinets approve the spending of the Buffalo dollars, or divine currency, which is a currency that can only be spent on approved products and services. These products and services have to meet our requirements. They have to be mil-spec, state-of-the-art, the best we possibly can produce. Everyone gets a higher education, the best we can possibly provide. Everyone gets state-of-the-art houses and good clothing and a communication device such as a cell phone, computer screens in their living room so they can communicate with the ECA and the government and other people. AIs, the most nutritious food, organic foods we could possibly produce, things of this nature. Things that improve the quality of life on the planet, and all organisms get this money. They get this type of currency. Even the earthworms and the grass and the trees and the fish and the deer, the buffalo, they all get this money too, just as if they were a human being. So say the buffalo, they need something, well, let's use raccoons because I don't like talking about buffalo. I'll put a curse on them. Say raccoons carry rabies. They need money to fix their rabies problem. So they hire a biologist, the raccoons in the forest. So the ECA can make a decision and a biologist can go in and help the raccoons defeat their rabies problem. And the biologist makes money. So when a transaction occurs, this currency converts into normal currency that can be spent on anything within the law. And this is how currency is to be created in the future. Instead of using a debt-backed system that puts everyone in debt and we lose part of our money, creates a quality of life backed insurance. So this money fixes the environment. And according to scientists, Charles Darwin and the sciences, we are a product of our environment. Everything about us, from our health, our behavior, our knowledge, our intelligence, is determined by environmental factors, environmental variables. So in order to have a good organism, a healthy, good functioning organism that's highly moral and highly intelligent, we have to improve this organism's environment. We have to give it health care and education and good food and housing and technology so they can be at their best. And here's the key. These organisms are also environmental variables. So this human is going to have an effect on the organisms within his environment, other people and other organisms. We want them to be at their best so other people can have a good effect from this person. They're going to have a good effect because they're highly intelligent, highly moral now. They're going to be better for the environment. It's about environmental control. Yes, that's Buffalo dollars. So that's part of my intellectual property.